forget the name. It was out here.
Okay, here's 1955 Scenicruiser number 670. Hasn't been started in probably about 3 weeks, so we can go ahead and start it up. Starts right up. All the gauges work. The oil pressure gauge does not work. It just pegs. I don't know why. But there's a low oil pressure light that comes on over here when the oil pressure is low. The no charge light is on. I'm not sure why. The batteries have never gone dead on this thing, so I don't know if maybe that's erroneous. The batteries are new. Battery cables are all new. So I'm thinking that that's maybe a false indication there. We'll videotape the inside of it while it warms up and airs up, and we'll go for a drive. The baggage racks are still here in the lower deck, which is nice. Got these couch kind of things here. In all reality, these should be pulled out. I always wanted to put seats back here on the lower deck to kind of keep it original inside. It's actually pretty restorable inside still. Most buses don't have these racks in them anymore. This bus was originally what's called a radio car. In the later years, Greyhound put these personal radios in the baggage racks. And then the actual radio units themselves are up here. So it has this on the lower deck, so that's kind of neat. The restroom here is very original. It's still very intact. It's pretty much untouched and unmessed with. It's in nice shape all the way around. The original decals and labels are still there. The door is actually in good shape, but it's kind of come off its hinge, so it needs to be bolted back on. The mirror is still in there. It's in good shape. The original lighting is still in there. So yeah, this is all still in pretty neat shape here. We'll go upstairs into the upper deck. Here's where the conversion work is. Sink, obviously all the regular conversion stuff. Cabinets made in the shape of the baggage racks. Baggage racks on this side of the bus on the upper deck are still here. There's a booth. Obviously a lot of this needs to be finished, but it's a good start. This is actually where Greyhound would have put the wall originally. This was a combo car, and they used it to haul freight and people in the later 70s when they still ran these. So where this baggage rack ends here is where the wall would have been. There would have been 2 rows of seats here, and then a wall, and from there back was all cargo. So inside, the conversion work that's been done, someone actually did a pretty decent job. They put a shower in here, sunk it down into the floor. This is actually pretty nicely done. Does have an RV style toilet. Electrical lighting. I haven't plugged any of this lighting or anything in to see if it works. I was told by the previous owner that they spent a real decent amount of money on electrical. They had like an electrician come out and professionally wire this all up, and it does look like that is indeed the case. There's a nice circuit panel down in the baggage bays that I'll show later. This, I guess, was just closet space and kind of unfinished stuff. As you go back a little further, you have the another sink area here, some more cabinets, and it goes back into what is the just an unfinished bedroom. But queen size bed, decent enough woodwork done here. It just needs to be finished up. There are some lights back there. I do have the globes for them. They're just not on. Some of the side windows, most of the side windows are cracked, pretty badly. Those are all flat glass that's pretty easily replaced. What's really important on these Scenicruisers is the curved glass. So going forward here, you can see one of these upper windshields is cracked. Those are available now. You can get those. I can give you contact information for those. The left side one is in excellent shape. Does have a little chip in it, but nothing major. The teardrops are also in good shape. So the upper deck here, I guess the conversion work could be finished off and cleaned up a little bit, and it's got a good start. I don't know if any of these rooftop air conditioners work. I never bothered to check. It wasn't that important to me. And then you can get a view down here of the lower deck. Again, I think some seats should be put back in here, even if they were seats out of some other bus, an Eagle or an MCI or whatever. It'd be neat to have the original seats down here. So the bus is running. It's starting to air up. You see it runs very strong. Our air pressure's building. It'll build up and it will air up the airbags and the suspension and stuff. The instrument panel, or the switch panel over here, is still in very nice shape. These are hard to find in this nice condition. The heater, the factory heater, the blower motors, they are still functioning. The factory air conditioning components are not here anymore, but the heaters and everything are. So that's nice that that still works through the stock locations. Our fast idle switch. Again, this thing is a very savable bus. It's very restorable. You know, it's not in terrible shape. A little bit of TLC and it'll be good. Absolutely needs new tires, and there is some play in the steering that really needs to be tightened up and dealt with. Aside from that, it's pretty much ready for the road. Here's the VIN plate. Builder's plate, we call it. GMC, General Motors Truck and Coach. PD4501 is Scenicruiser, part of the coach, diesel, 45 passenger, first series. And then the coach number here, PD4501 670. So this is the 670th Scenicruiser that has been built. The driver's entry, or the entry door here, this glass is actually not glass, that's just a piece of plexiglass. Again, those are available. I can give you information for that. So let's let her air up and we'll go outside and take it for a drive.